Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be reviewing the Nars Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. So I've been trying out this foundation for a few months now. I'm going to be telling you all about this foundation, how it applies, how it wears throughout the day and everything like that. So if you want to know more about this foundation then just keep watching. You're such a cheeky little girl. Look at you. Oh, you sleepy? Look at you, girl. Oh, you're so pretty. If I'm looking a little tan, it's because I'm trying out the KKW Body Foundation and Shimmer. So you can see I'm looking nice and tan. I use the shade medium. I'm just trying it out and I am going to film a review on it very soon. Wanna go to sleep? Wanna have a sleep? Alright, so I think I can finally get started. She's just sleeping over there in the corner, so I'm going to go in with my foundation. You can probably tell the difference between my face and my neck. So I'm going to apply it onto a brush. I'm using the Morphe G8 brush. This is really good for applying liquid foundations. So I use the shade Medium 1 Punjab. I'm just going to pump this onto my brush. The pumps are really small from this bottle. So I just put like 2 to start with, but it's like one like full pump. So I'm just going to apply another pump to my forehead and just to kind of build up the coverage. It doesn't dry really fast, which is good, so it gives you plenty of time to blend it out, which is something that I really love in a foundation. I love a foundation that's really liquidy. It gives me a really even canvas. I love how smooth it makes my skin look. I then go in with a sponge and I just go over it. I don't know, I just love going over my foundation with a sponge. Of course, it's nice and damp. Want to make sure it's damp, not too wet, but just run it under water and squeeze it a few times just to get like most of the water out. And this foundation is usually a little bit too dark for me, but it's actually looking a little bit lighter than the rest of my body at the moment because I went crazy on that body foundation. So you can see a little bit of glow in my skin. It is a nice radiant finish as it's described, which I really love about it. I don't love a foundation that's too matte or too dewy. I do have oily skin and I think I forgot to mention, but I'm not wearing a primer, just a little bit of moisturizer on my skin. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back. So here is my makeup completed. So I really love the way this foundation looks on the skin. It has a nice luminous radiant finish as the name suggests, so I do think it is a radiant foundation. I don't know, it just has like this glow from within and it's really like lightweight on the skin. It doesn't feel heavy even though it is full coverage, so that's something I really like about it. It also claims to be long wearing, so I applied this about 1:30 and it's now nearly 3 o'clock. It's 2:55, so it's been about what, an hour and a half. I definitely think you need to set this foundation no matter what skin type you have because it is, I don't know, it's more of a liquid consistency and I just feel like it lasts longer when you set it down. So I use setting powders and then I use my setting spray from Tatcha, so I find that that works really well with this foundation as well. I did use my Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer, with the foundation. They work really well together. I love them both. In terms of being natural, I think it's as natural as the full coverage foundation can look. I mean, I can tell that I'm wearing makeup. It doesn't look like there's nothing on my skin. You can see that I'm wearing makeup. My lash is coming off. 1 second. When I'm applying it, it really spreads a long way. So a little bit goes a long way with this foundation, but I do like to get a nice full coverage finish when I do use it. So I use probably a little bit more than I should. It's very lightweight. It's very liquidy, which I like. I find that it spreads easier and it blends out just seamlessly. And something else that I've noticed about more liquidy foundations is they don't dry down too quickly. Even though I've got oily skin, I prefer a foundation that gives me a little bit of a glow, a little bit of radiance, just like this foundation, instead of something that's really matte, dries down really fast, and just I find that those type of foundations feel really heavy and look cakey on the skin. I recently just got the Tati Blenderfuls, so I've been using the mini one. Alright, so I know it's getting late, but I will come back in a couple hours and show you what my makeup is looking like. So yeah, but this little girl wants to say hello. This little girl has been sleeping all this time. She's been such a good little girl. She's been sleeping this whole time. She's just waking up. Hey, sleepy girl. I'm gonna take her downstairs for a little while. Wanna go play with Sims? This is Honey. She's 10 weeks old and she's just the cutest little golden retriever puppy. Aren't you? You wanna go down? Okay. Alright, so I'll see you in a couple hours and I'll let you know how my makeup is looking. Okay, let's go. Alright, and I'm back. So it is 5:08, so I've had this makeup on for about 3.5 hours now. So I'm just going to quickly touch up my face. As you can see, I'm looking a little bit shiny, just mainly down my T-zone. So I'm using my Australis Fresh and Flawless Pressed Powder. So I'm just going to dab in here, just tap it off, and then just tap over the areas where I'm looking a little bit oily, which is usually just down my T-zone and just like right on this inner part right here. As you can see, it just brought down a lot of the shine, so it's looking a little bit more matte. So I'll come back in a couple hours to show you how my makeup looks and I'll give you my final thoughts on the foundation. Okay, so I am back. It's 7:37 at night. So I applied this around 1:30 today, so I've been wearing it for about 6 hours. So here's what my makeup looks like. So what I would do at this point is just lightly powder my face, or I'll just take my Blenderful, which is what I've been doing recently, usually like the mini one or the big one if I'm at home, and I'll just kind of pat over the areas. There's obviously a lot of shine going on my face because I'm oily and my oil has come through a lot. But just looking at myself in the mirror, it's really not a huge amount, especially considering I don't wear a primer. I think it lasted really well. So here's what my makeup looks like, and it's dark outside, which is, I think this is my first time I've ever filmed at nighttime, which is crazy. So hopefully the lighting is okay. So I'll take the mini one and just kind of pat around my face, and you can see immediately it just kind of takes back some of the shine, kind of mattifies. You can see like instantly it's just kind of smoothed everything out again, and it kind of picks up some oils on my face, which is nice. It's really good when you can use something that kind of does that without having to add more product, because then your makeup can just start getting a little bit too cakey. I'm gonna go in with my Australis pressed powder. Again, just using this brush. Just gonna go around. I definitely do want to get a primer because I do have oily skin, And anything that I can use to kind of help control some of my oils I will use. So I'm gonna have to look out for a really good primer for oily skin, but yeah, like I said, at the moment I don't have one, and that's pretty much all I do. So here is 6 hours of wear. I know 6 hours is not like such a long time to wear your makeup, but I had a bit of a late start today, so this is pretty much all I got to do today. One of the main things for me is it doesn't move. So you can see like around my nose, nothing has really separated, and around my mouth, everything still looks pretty good. I mean, I did touch up a little bit, but there wasn't any like creasing going on. So yeah, I'm really happy with this foundation. It's been really good for me ever since I started using it, and I think I'll just continue to use it. You know what, I actually really want to try the Nars Sheer Glow foundation. This one's really good, so I've heard a lot of people talk about the Sheer Glow, so I really want to try that one out next. Alright, so that brings us to the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it really helpful if you were thinking of getting this foundation. I definitely recommend this foundation. Let me know if there's any other foundations that you want me to try out or review on my channel. I only have a couple of foundations that I really rotate, so this is one of them. This is one of my like special foundations, but otherwise I'm either wearing Inglot because that's what I wear to work, or I wear my Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue foundation. And I also wanted to mention that this foundation doesn't have flashback, so you'll be good to take photos with flash. And just to confirm, I'm wearing medium 1 Punjab. So this is the Nars Natural Radiant Longwear foundation, and that is my review. I really hope you enjoyed watching. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, make sure you thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next one.